Chris Pratt is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood right now, but he's no stranger to controversy, even though the things he says are not controversial in any way, shape, or form. There's no doubt that the vast majority of people find Chris Pratt to be a very likable guy, but there is a very small fringe minority of people out there that despise Chris Pratt because they feel he represents everything that's wrong in the world. They hate him because he's white. They hate him because he's straight. They hate him because he believes in God. And they will not let anyone forget about it. To the point where anytime there's any news related to Chris Pratt, these people come out of the woodwork. And we saw that once again with this rumor that got shot down by Chris Pratt about Indiana Jones. Chris Pratt confirms he won't play Indiana Jones because he's scared of Harrison Ford. And I will say that a lot of the clips or a lot of the headlines and stuff that have come out about this in recent days have been interesting to me. If you actually watch the video, the way Chris reacts is funny. Now, of course, he's a funny guy. He's joking around. He's trying to have fun in an interview. But although he does deny that he's going to play Indiana Jones, the way he reacts to some of these questions are nonetheless interesting. I will let you guys be the judge. Check it out.
I know you've been asked about it a lot, and I wasn't even going to mention it because we've talked about it before, but when I was going back into the archives, I did find like two reputable articles back in early 2015. This was Deadline Hollywood. This wasn't like the New York Post. They said Steven Spielberg was really talking to you or thinking about you for something for Indiana Jones. And I was going to let it go, but that seems really real. Did you ever have a conversation with anyone about this in any even loose way?
I don't even know who Steven Spielberg is.
Oh my God, there's something there. There's something there.
Steven who? No, aren't they doing Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford?
Yeah, clearly they are. Clearly they decided.
All I know is I once saw a quote from Harrison Ford who said that when Harrison, and I don't even know if it was really him, but it was enough to scare me that he was like, when I die, Indiana Jones dies. And I'm like,
fair enough.
Yeah. You know, am I going to like get haunted by the ghost of Harrison Ford one day when he dies? If I play, you know, I don't know. That's not anything that is real. I think, you know, people are capable of making mistakes, even if they're deadline.
So there you have it. That's from Chris Pratt. Obviously a little bit playful with the Steven Spielberg comment. I wouldn't doubt that maybe people had reached out at one point, but honestly, I agree that Harrison Ford should be the only person to play Indiana Jones. It doesn't need to be a reboot. As much as I like Chris Pratt, and I really do like Chris Pratt, and the Terminal List, like I said, I've been talking about that a lot. That's one of the best things I've watched on streaming in a very long time. If you're questioning about it, if you're looking for something to watch, go watch the Terminal List. The critics hate it. They called it right-wing garbage because it's about a military man. But no, 95% audience score on Rotten Tomato. Chris Pratt's best acting ever. That's my opinion. But he's kind of right about something that Harrison Ford said. The quote is coming from a couple years ago. Don't you get it? I'm Indiana Jones. When I'm gone, he's gone. It's easy. The 80-year-old action star explained. It does seem like Harrison Ford really only cares about Indiana Jones much more than he cares about a lot of these other characters, say like Han Solo. But that didn't stop people from coming out and really getting upset that this was even a discussion, that Chris Pratt might even be in consideration. Not because they're necessarily worried about a reboot, but because it's Chris Pratt. We can take a look at some of these. Wow, shit, I'm blocked from this one. I'm blocked from this guy that I clicked on. I didn't even check that before. We'll look at that in a second. What about the next one? This person. Love that Harrison Ford could not give less of a shit about Han Solo, but will crash a plane into your house if you even think about replacing him as Harrison Ford. Casting Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones should be a crime, says Rodrigo Diaz. Good morning, Twitter. Happy Saturday. I woke up mad about the idea of Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones. The very idea is poisonous. I'm kind of surprised if this person doesn't have their pronouns in their bio, to be honest with you. Thank you, Harrison Ford, for scaring that idiot Chris Pratt off the role of Indiana Jones. It would be destruction of an iconic role. And there are some, of course, the normal ones out there that are just attacking Chris Pratt for his family, for his faith, for all the stuff you normally see. But it's just so crazy to me that Chris Pratt still generates this type of hate and vitriol from some people, the very mention of his name. Again, I also don't think that Chris Pratt should play Indiana Jones, but it has nothing to do with Chris Pratt as a person. It has nothing to do with my feelings about him. I actually think if you were going to be forced to do it, Chris Pratt's not a half bad casting. I think that in general, people should just stay away from this constant rebooting of all of these sequels because it's just tiring to a lot of people. People are sick and tired of this shit. If Chris Pratt got cast as Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford would turn him into a rug, this person says. This person has me blocked for some reason. I'm hearing rumors of Chris Pratt being cast or at least approached about the new Indiana Jones after Harrison Ford leaves. I really hope this isn't true. You know what? I just based on the fact that this person has me blocked, I can imagine the reason that this person doesn't want Chris Pratt there. It all comes back to Chris Pratt's belief and the fact that Chris Pratt doesn't get in line with the rest of current day Hollywood. If Chris Pratt just was a normal Hollywood person, there would be these same people standing and begging, doing fan cams, wanting him to be a part of this. But no, because it's Chris Pratt, these people are ready to have a meltdown at the very idea of a rumor about Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.